Hello, my sisters. Welcome to the channel and welcome to yet another ladies' conference. All honor, glory, and praise be to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Well, I want to talk to you, ladies. The topic of today's discussion is how do you deal with men or males that try to make you all jealous of other females when you are not a jealous-hearted person, and that's for some particular group out there. And then I want to talk to you all that are jealous-hearted ladies out there, okay? So I will be addressing two different types of groups today, and hopefully by the end of the conference you will have stepped into some sort of clarification as to how you are to deal with those types of stupid males. Okay, first of all, ladies, I want you to know that I'm going to address the ones that are not jealous-hearted, okay? But let's just say that you're involved with men, or you're even maybe married to men or whatever, and the games that those types of men play, and there are plenty of men on the planet that are that way, they're trying to make you all jealous. Let's just say that you were married and you got a divorce, and now your ex-husband is trying to make you jealous of his new wife, his new baby, or his new family that he's formed, and he's flouncing it in your face. Let's just say it's all on social media. Let's just say it's all in the newspapers or whatever people use nowadays. And let's just say you're not too happy about it, but you ladies are not jealous-hearted. You know, it's not that you wish him the best. Let's keep it real. It's just that you don't care. And even for you ladies, if you do care to a certain extent, how do you deal with those types of males? Well, let me tell you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a marital situation. It doesn't mean that it has to be an ex-husband. It could be an ex-boyfriend. It could be somebody that you're not even involved with or ever been involved with. But let's just say it's the type of person that loves to pit women against one another. How do you deal with those types? Well, I would honestly say that the way that you deal with those types of males is to 100% ignore them. 100% ignore their new wives, or ignore their new girlfriends, or their lady friends, or whoever they're hooking up with, or their potential love interest. Ignore them. Ignore anything pertaining to that man. Ignore his children. Ignore his babies. Ignore his life, his house, his car. Ignore anything that you hear about his life, any event that goes on in his life. Now, the problem with a lot of women is you don't have the ability to ignore because of this little thing called curiosity. Because even though you can't stand him, you hate his guts, you're still kind of curious, well, what is going on with them or whatever. Well, see, to me, I look at that as a satanic temptation. I'm not saying it's not a natural human emotion of itself, but I'm just saying sometimes it can be Satan's hand coming into play. You all should know that Satan loves to talk. Satan loves to flounce. Satan loves to pick. He loves to mock, okay? And that's Satan's way of mocking you, because he's trying to place you all into the mindset as if to feel as if that you have lost something when you have lost nothing. You understand what I'm saying? If anything, you should be rejoicing that you no longer have to deal with that dysfunctional hot mess and of a person. And I just feel like that for you ladies that are not jealous-hearted, you may not need so much coaching in that area, because I think a lot of you automatically know it's like, for you all, it's like when it's over, it's over. You don't care who he's married to. You don't care who he's dating. You don't care about his children, his life, his business. You don't care if he opened a corporation or started a corporation or joined a corporation. You don't care about that. You don't care about anything pertaining to him. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust as it pertains to him. Not that you're wishing death on him, but it's death to the situation, and it won't be resurrected. And I feel like that for those of you that are not jealous-hearted like that, a person that is trying to flounce their life, or the false image of their life in front of you, they will have a more difficult time bringing you ladies down than they would if it's somebody that is ate up with jealousy, is envious about the new girlfriend, or the new wife, or the new corporation he joined, the new children, the new baby, the new dog, the new cat, whatever, you know. So I just don't feel like I need to spend too much time on ladies that are not jealous-hearted, because for you ladies that are not jealous-hearted women, you're already into yourselves anyway. The only thing you did was you could say, I took out the trash. You know, I guess if you feel that way. But for you ladies that are jealous, you do have some issues with that man. You were married to that man for X amount of years. He left you for another woman. It doesn't matter if she's younger or older. That's just beside the point. A lot of times, when a man leaves his wife for a younger woman, oftentimes he wants you to feel like that she's the better option because she's younger than you. Well, I've got news for people that have been brainwashed in this matrix. Younger don't mean beautiful. Younger means her tail hit the earth after you came here. You were here some amount of years before she got here. Young don't mean beautiful. Young doesn't mean intelligent. Young doesn't mean more beautiful than you ladies. It just means she was born after you. So because she might be considered fresher than you in his eyes, which is a dumb way of thinking, maybe he feels like, oh, well, she's younger, she's better. Well, again, that falls back into the brainwashing that you ladies have been sitting under in this matrix, in this thing we call matrix. So for you ladies out there that feel that way, don't. I mean, for real, do not. Just stop it because you've been programmed to feel that way. Deprogram yourselves. And but if your ex-husband is a dummy, and I'm sure most of you ladies will say, yeah, he was a dummy, that's why I'm not with him. But I feel like that he may just try to flounce his new young thing in your face, or if he just went and bought a sports car, he'll be trying to like have her in the sports car, driving her all around the city, driving her all around the town or whatever. And because he wants other people to see him with her, he wants to flash her around because he feels like he's treating you like an old rug. He's treating you like a hamper, just something for him to throw his dirty clothes in and for you to wash and be his servant hand and foot. And he feels like he's above you. He feels like he's better than you. You know, and there are women that are going through this with those types of males. You know, they married some jokers. And when the marriage was over or the relationship was over, you know, he's flouting either his new girlfriend, his new wife, or a side chick or whatever in the woman's face. And you ladies feel some kind of way about it. You're not talking about it, but you feel some kind of way about it because you feel like it's affecting your self-esteem. And the reason why you feel like it's affecting your self-esteem is because when you get married to people, you automatically give them your power. When you get in a relationship with somebody, you automatically give them your power. When you fall in love with people, you automatically give them your power. And the reason why I say that is because you've just placed yourself in a position of vulnerability. So that means that that person can now hurt you. That person can say things to you and make it sound believable, although it's not the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason why a lot of males know that they have the power to put a woman down, or she'll believe it, because she gave him her power when she fell in love with him, because she made herself vulnerable. She took her fence down. She opened her gate. She let him behind her walls. And that was an enemy. That was an adversary. That was an opponent. And you didn't know it. So the devil is the type of character. He will try to destroy you from the inside out. So if he can get up in your mental and make you think a certain way about yourself, then he can get in your heart and make you feel a certain way about yourself. And then the next thing you know, you'll be carrying yourself in a negative manner and seeing yourself in a negative aspect because of how you think and how you feel. All because of a seed that was planted within you from somebody that you allowed behind your gates because you fell in love with them. And it's not, I'm not gonna say you did anything wrong. That's a natural human emotion. But when it's with the wrong person, that's when you begin to see the negative aspect of it, and you begin to see the negative manifestations that came forth from a negative individual that you allowed in your life, because you thought it was a good person. Nobody, I don't think, deliberately chooses somebody because they're like, well, I claim this is a toxic person, let me let them in. No. The devil wears a mask. Okay, the devil's always in disguise. He's always full of lies, and he walks in the halls of deception. Okay, so that's the reason why a lot of you ladies even married these jokers, married these jokes of a man. For a man, it's a joke to look at that person as a man. And so now that you have divorced that person, now he's trying to flout his new chick in your face. And a lot of you are probably saying, well, people used to use the term bimbo. I don't even hear that term a lot anymore, but they would consider, I guess, the new chick bimbos or whatever. And of course, the new chick is going to try to rub it in your face. I got your man. No, what you got is her cancer. That's what you got, cancer, honey. You got cancer. You got something that's going to eat at you and eat at you until you are destroyed. That's what you got. Now, you ain't got no man. You got cancer, honey. And that woman just got healed from it. His ex-wife and his ex-girlfriend or ex-lady friend or potential love interest just got healed from a cancer. She dodged a bullet that you caught, and you caught it right in the teeth. And let me tell you, figuratively speaking, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like the new chick, a lot of times, the new wife, she thinks she got something But what she failed to realize is that you ladies, you know that man's history. You know all about him. If you were his wife and you were married for X amount of years, you know about him. And you know she ain't got nothing. But in her eyes, she making a fool out of herself. And you ladies, you still feel some kind of way about it. Because even though you hate him, you feel some kind of way about it. And you hate the fact that you feel some kind of way about it. Now, let me tell you why you feel some kind of way about it. You feel some kind of way about it because you made an investment. You made an investment that did not pay off. You feel like it didn't pay off. You feel like you poured your time, your heart, your blood, your sweat, your tears, and your emotions into a man that only gave you his tail to kiss. That's why you feel some kind of way about it. And then not only that, there's the residue of the love that you once had for him and the feeling of falling in love with him. And then there's the memory of how he courted you and wined and dined you and told you all these old lies, you know. So there's the residue of that. So now you're dealing with emotions where you feel like, even though you know you didn't lose anything, you still felt like you did. Why? It's because of the investment. I don't care who it is. Anytime somebody makes an investment, they want it to pay off. And when it doesn't, they're going to feel some kind of way about it. That's natural. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you somebody that's not omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, because you are not God. And God knew that man was a hot mess before you walked down the aisle and said, I do. You didn't know. Father allowed it. Because, see, he allows things that he knows he can fix. He allows things that he knows he has the power to deliver you out of. That's why he sits up there on the throne and he watches you. And of course, Father knows, no, he's not the one. But I'm going to let it go down. I'm going to let it go down because I'm going to prove to her I'm the almighty, all-powerful God. I can fix up anything that she feels she messed up with him in her marriage, in her relationship, or whatever. Okay, am I right about it? So now you ladies are dealing with jealousy. For this, now this part is only for the group that deal with jealousy against him and his new life or whatever. You don't have to be envious over something that you flushed down a toilet. And I feel like that if you ladies feel any type of way about that, you need to take it to the Lord in prayer. You need to take it to the Lord in prayer, because the simple fact that you feel jealous of his new wife or jealous of his new girlfriend, that's an insecurity within yourself, because you don't feel like you match her level. You don't feel like you supersede her level. You feel like that she is above you based off of how he treats her. But see, give it some time, because he's going to treat her exactly like he treated you. Am I talking to a group of ladies out there today? Who am I talking to out there today? Junk don't change. If God don't change it, it's not going to change. He's going to treat her exactly like he treated you. You have no need to feel jealous. If he treated you like a queen when he met you, he's going to treat her like a queen. And then if he ended up treating you like you were trash, he's going to end up treating her like she's trash. Because junk like that don't change unless God make the change in them. You understand what I'm saying? So for you group of ladies that feel jealous and feel some kind of way, that's understandable. I'm not saying that you jealousy is a natural emotion, I feel like. It's just some people just don't feel it and some people do. Me personally, I'm not a jealous-hearted person. But I know there are people out there that are. And I think there are different types of jealousies. I think you could be jealous over your man, but not jealous of your man, or jealous. You could be jealous over your ex-husband or over your ex-man, but not be jealous of his new wife or his new girlfriend. You know, it's not that you wish them the best or wish them anything. But you feel possessive about that man. The reason why, I'm going to tell you, the reason why you feel possessive about that man is because you made an investment in him. You washed his clothes. You cooked his food. You gave him your shoulder to cry on. He confided in you. You were his confidant. You laid in the bed with him. You had sexual relations with him. He invested in you. You invested in him. You had, perhaps some of you, for those that relate to, you had children together. You know, maybe he watched your babies being born. You carried his baby. You felt his baby in your body for 9 months or however long your term was. And so that's an investment. That's a whole lot of you to give to a little bit of him. Can I talk this thing out? Can I talk this thing out? Anytime that you feel like, ladies, that you've made an investment and it does not pay off, you're going to feel like you wasted your time. You're going to say, you carry that man's children, and even though you love your children, you're going to be looking at it like, well, why did it have to be by him? Or you're going to feel like you were married to him X amount of years, when you're going to look at it like, oh, you wasted your life with him when you could have been with some other guy out there, or even just casually dating and having fun. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to sleep with everybody you date, of course not. But you could have allowed a nice man to take you out to dinner, and or I was gonna say a glass of wine for y'all to drink. I mean, I don't drink, but I'm just saying for whoever wants to. But y'all get what I'm saying, ladies. You know, you just feel like you wasted your time. You feel like that he put you in the washing machine and turned on the spin cycle, and when you came out, honey, I mean, you was, woo, you know, and that's how you feel. So I'm not trying to be funny necessarily, but I'm just saying, y'all not put him in everything, but that's how you feel. You feel like that your emotions got to run around and to spin around in the spin cycle in the washing machine. And that sucker was just standing outside the washing machine going, ha, 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 ha. I'm wasting your time. Ha, 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 ha. I'm cheating. Ha, ha, ha. That's what you feel like. That's what you feel like. Because that's how the devil wants you to feel. That's how the devil wants you to feel. And because of the investment that you made in that piece of junk, now the devil wants you to be jealous over the junk. You see how the devil will play on your flesh when your spirit know better? Your spirit can look at it and say, you know what? Now, you know doggone well, that ain't nothing for you to be jealous over. Over, of, in, and nothing else. And that ragamuffin that he's with, she ain't nothing to be jealous of neither, because you better than her and you look better than her. He's telling her that she look better than you because he wants to exalt her above you, because he don't like you no more. He don't love you no more. He not in love with you no more. And now you feel some kind of way about it because you feel like that's rejection. But what you fail to realize is that if he's not your God, then his opinion of you is worthless. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that should matter is how you feel about yourselves, ladies. You understand? And so for those of you out there that are dealing with the weakness of jealousy, because jealousy I feel like is a weakness for those that suffer with it, you need to pray to Jesus to remove that out of your heart, because that's a matter of the heart. It's a matter of the heart. It is also a matter of, like I said, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. Because when you're confident with yourself, it's not that you feel that you're exalting yourselves above others, but you're definitely not going to exalt anybody else above yourselves, and especially not some female that your ex-husband or boyfriend or love interest hooked up with. You know that tramp is not better than you. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, and that's just for you ladies, the group of ladies out there, if you're dealing with a lot of jealousy, or if you feel like, okay, let's just say you ladies are 30 years old. Okay, you're 30, and let's say you're 30, and your ex-husband married somebody that's, I don't know, what's a good age? 24, 25. Or let's just say you are a 20-year-old. And, no, I don't want to use that. That's too young. Let's just say that you ladies are, what's a good age? 60, 65. And now your husband is having a midlife crisis. And now he wants to be young again. And so he goes out and buys a sports car, and he hooks up with a woman that's 45 or 30. And you're 65. And now he's trying to flouse her in your face because he's treating her the way he used to treat you, because he's probably saying, well, this is how you used to be, and this and that and the third. You know what? Let me tell you something, my sisters. Don't play the mind games, the games of Satan, the devil. That woman is in no way, shape, nor form better than you. That woman in no way, shape, nor form looks better than you. No way, shape, nor form. There's nothing that woman gets up in the morning, if she gets up in the morning, and do to herself that you can't do to yourself. And I'm not saying do to yourself to try to be more than what she is. But I'm saying if she gets up and showers, so can you. If she does her hair or goes to the hairdresser, so can you. If she puts on makeup, so can you. If she works out, so can you. If she goes out and buys fashionable clothes, so can you. If she dresses her tail off every day, so can you. There's nothing that she can do that you can't do, and do better than her. And just because you may be 65 and she may be 30 or 25, that doesn't mean that she's better than you or looks better than you. If she's attractive, then she's attractive for her age. You are attractive for your age. Every form of attractiveness has a season. There's a beauty to every decade. So by that I mean, you could take a baby that's cute, and you could take a toddler. The baby is cute for the baby's age. The toddler is cute for the toddler's age. The child is cute for the child's age. The teenager is cute for the adolescent age, for the teenager's age. The young adult is cute for their age. The middle-aged adult is cute for their age. The older adult is cute for their age. Are y'all following me? Do y'all not see the mind game that this matrix, the lies of this world, has set up before you? Because this world is so youth-driven. Because people know people are at their best when they are in their youth, as far as sports, academically, entertainment, and all of that. But as far as substance, we know that the body has more stability when it's younger. But one thing you all fail to realize, you ladies fail to realize, is that, especially for you ladies, if your husbands are like 60s, 65, 70, and they left you for like a 30-year-old or 45-year-old, one thing you got to understand about that 30-year-old and that 45-year-old, you've already walked her shoes. You've already been 30, and you were you. You've already been 45, and you were you. And now that some of you are 65 or 70 or 80, do you not know that you are still you? And if he wants to go get a younger version that probably, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. He's going to get a younger version that subconsciously, that's the word I'm looking for, he probably wishes was you. That's his problem and insecurity with himself. You understand what I'm saying? Because when he looks in the mirror, he sees Father Time. Okay? Let's just keep it real. He sees something that ain't right. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. And so he'll just go and try to find a younger version of you. And a lot of men do that. And then they'll try to put you down when you the real thing. But they'll say, oh, well, they might say, oh, well, their wives don't look the way that they did when they married them. Well, neither do you. And who even said you even looked good when she married you? So, ladies, this is what I'm saying. And I'm going to end this conference because you know what? These type of men about to tick me off. Don't play the devil's game. For those of you that are not jealous-hearted, or for those of you that are, either way, you give it to God. For those of you that are not, you really won't have no problems because you don't give 2 cents about him nor who he was. But for those of you that are jealous-hearted and you're calling his phone constantly, you're asking around, you got spies on him, you're driving by his house, and it's a compelling force. You don't want to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning and drive by his house, but you got to. You get some. Come on, I'm talking to somebody out there. You getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning, honey. You can't sleep at night. Probably driving by some man's house just to see if he's at his own house with his hoe, or his new wife, or his new girl. And you see both cars or 3 cars in the yard. And you see a light on, and it's only one light on, and you wonder, well, is that the bedroom? And I don't know where it's coming from, but this is for somebody. Let me tell you something, my sister. You need to bind that devil right now. I don't know who I'm talking to. You need to stop. And I'm not saying this in a mean way. I'm saying you need to stop. That means you need to discipline yourself, and you need to pull down that demonic stronghold. You need to pull it down, my sister. Because the compelling force that's driving you to do that is not only just coming from you, stemming from your own flesh and your own emotions and your heart and your mind, body, soul, spirit. But I believe there's a demonic spirit behind it. There's a demonic spirit behind it. Because torment is not of God. And any woman getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, driving by a man's house who has got a whole new life now created with another woman, honey, that's the devil trying to bring hell into your life, because the devil wants you to think you lost something when you ain't lost nothing. The only thing you did was take out the trash, if it didn't take out itself. God Almighty. The devil is playing mind games with you. So now what you need to do is get purged out in your spirit. Because see, every time you had sex with that man, your spirit collided with his. It combined with his. When you fell in love with that man, your spirit went into his. When you loved him, your spirit went into him. Everything you did for him, it was spiritually based. So now your spirit is still intertwined with his. That's why you're still connected to him emotionally, though he has broken his connection with you. You're feeling what you're feeling. You're not feeling what he's feeling, perhaps. So now a spiritual God got to step in and break that. I'm hearing soul tie. I'm hearing soul tie. And that's a supernatural thing. Because if you feel compelled to put yourself through hell by going to his house and maybe acting out and doing something that's going to land you in jail, that is a demonic stronghold. And I'm telling you, the devil is a lie. And for you ladies out there, if you're dealing with jealousy, like I said, take it to Jesus. He'll make everything all right for you. And for the ones that are not dealing with jealousy, my sisters, hey, my hat is off to you. Because some sisters, we know who we are. We don't feel jealous about nobody. You looking at the other woman like, well, she can't compete where she don't compare. Okay, hello. But that's just the sisters that are that way. And oftentimes, sisters that are not jealous-hearted, oftentimes you're probably the ones you're running your own businesses. Or if you're not running your own businesses, you're just involved in whatever your life's functions are. You've got things going on in your life, good things. You know what I'm saying? You're focused on yourselves. When you look in the mirror, you automatically know, I'm every woman, okay? And not every woman on earth can say that, all right? You are a woman of many hats. So you are a high-value sister, and it's not about your pocketbook. It's about your character. And so when you're that type of female, most time a man like that, he's not going to like you. And that's probably why he left you, if he left you. Or if you didn't leave him because he raggedy. Because you know what, I look at it this way, it's like he's trying to beat you down because he know you're not down. He's like, this is a tough cookie. I'm trying to break her. He couldn't break you in the marriage. He couldn't break you in the relationship. So now he think he can dangle some old hook or hoe bag in your face and break you that way. And you saying, well, you and your hoe beneath me, so I don't know where you coming from with that buster. You better get on away from here somewhere. So you sisters got it together. But for the ones that might need a little extra help, it's not that you can't get it together. But you're going to have to break that soul tie. You're going to have to allow God to purge your mind of the memories. You might remember, but they'll be so distant. The wedding day, your ring. If you're still wearing your ring, honey, just take it off. Good gosh. Take off your ring, throw away your wedding dress, or give it to somebody else. You need to get anything that is connected to that man out of your house, even if it's a gift. I don't even care if it's something that's of sentimental value. You need to get rid of it, because there could be a spirit lurking around it. I'm talking about a demonic spirit. Every time you look at it, watch the devil start talking. Well, remember that night. Well, remember that night of the carriage ride. Remember that night he took you out to dinner. Remember that night he told you he loved you. Remember that night he proposed to you. Remember that night y'all, remember your honeymoon night. Remember your wedding day. Remember shopping for your bridesmaids. Remember for what? It didn't benefit you nothing other than give you a headache. And now you a stalker. Listen, sisters, let me tell you something. Free your mind and the rest will follow. You have got to get with Jesus. Whoever I'm talking to out there today, you got to get with Jesus, honey. You got to be set free and delivered in your spirit. And in that way, the devil can stop jerking you around like beef jerky. That he's biting with his teeth and just ripping you out of his mouth. Pulling you apart bit by bit, piece by piece, bite by bite. Because what you're doing is you're allowing the devil to consume your life, and you're wasting the quality of your life by focusing on something that is worthless. Something that, what I'm saying is, either you tossed in a landfill or it tossed itself. Because I would say, give it a little while. Them 9 times out of 10, that mess probably won't even work. That person, that your ex-husband or whatever left you for. If or whatever your circumstances were, your ex-boyfriend or whoever, your lovers, whatever. That mess is not going to work out. Because for one thing, when he left you, he wasn't through with you. He wanted to come back to do something to hurt you. Even if it's not physical, it was emotional. So that was a seed drop, and as we walk through life, we all drop seeds, and seeds come up. You know? The ones that don't come up, well, it's just because God blocked it. You know? But I will just say this. basically, I'm going to say this and I'm going to conclude this conference, and I hope something that I've said has helped somebody out there, aided somebody in their life. Don't worry about dirty people. No matter how much they try to wash themselves and clean their lives up, they'll always have that residue stench on them. And by that I mean the stench meaning the memory of what they did to somebody, and the residue meaning it's always going to be something following them around that will pretty much let them know that they're worthless, that they are a scumbag, that they are the scum of the earth because of how they treated somebody else. And then when they have the audacity to try to flash somebody in somebody's face like that, you know, and people do it on social media all the time, posting all these old pictures and stuff like that, and that's not even a real story. Behind closed doors, go on in your closet and get your boxing gloves, sucker. Y'all, I'm sorry, but come on, my sisters, open your eyes. It's all a front. People, I believe people that are truly happy, they're private. They don't have to flash it, you just see it. People that are truly in love, people see it. But when people try to be showy with it or whatever, my sisters, come on now. Many of you got enough intelligence to see right through that clown show. That's a clown show. That's a clown show. And he, you know what, I probably shouldn't say it, but he probably just got through calling the woman the MF word before they posted the videos. They probably had a bit spat about some other woman. Or whose baby is it anyway? Okay, we ain't even going to go there. Or probably, oh, well, you're not, I don't know, footing your half of the bills. Or just whatever couples argue about. Whatever husbands and wives argue about, girlfriends and boyfriends. Whatever the situation, my sisters, this is what I'm telling both groups of you. Whether if you're not a jealous-hearted person or you are. If you could be a fly on the wall, honey, first of all, your jealousy would probably run from you. You'd be like, I know I'm not jealous of this mess. If you could be a fly on the wall, woo, Lord, in some of these homes behind these pics that people post on social media, you would be like, you know what, the devil really is a liar. These are some lying folks. So that's the reason why I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I had to get a Sugar Gabriel laugh on that one because, you know what, let me tell you, and I didn't do it quite right. I just thought about that. But anyway, I can do it though. Y'all know that Sugar Gabriel laugh in the color purple. But listen, don't worry about it, my sisters, because let me tell you, people reap what they sow. And when you know you're the gem, you are a precious gem, there's nobody else like you. Nobody even has your fingerprints. And I gotta tell you that most likely the day will come when that man, he may not never tell you, your ex-husband may not never tell you, your ex-boyfriend or lover or whatever, but the day will come when he will look at you all, I don't care what group you're in, whether if you're in the non-jealous group or the jealous group, and he may not never tell you, but the day just may come and he will say, even if it's just to himself, that he hates the day that he ever walked away from you all, divorced you all, broke up with you all, broke your hearts, cheated on you all, neglected his children with you all, didn't pay his half of the bills, kicked you out of the house, or basically made your life such a living hell you had to leave the house. Whatever it is that happened with you all in your marriages and your relationships and your situationships, I just want you to know that people do not get away with their dirt, because like I said, with dirt comes residue. And the residue is just things people may be suffering and dealing with and feeling that you all know nothing about. Just that regret, that resentment, that longing of wanting somebody back that they can never get back, most likely. So, if that gives anybody any peace of mind or any consolation, any type of, if it serves as a sedative, for those of you that are like, is the word irate, and those of you that are just like pulling your hair out and you're sitting in your homes right now, probably by yourselves, maybe you're waiting for your kids to get off the school bus and you're just sitting there like, oh my gosh, I'm running this household by myself, my husband is over there with a floozy, and don't worry about it, honey, don't worry about it, because everything ain't what it seems behind the scenes. You understand what I'm saying? That's the picture he wants to paint for you. That's why he's flouncing that what they call a floozy in your face. Don't worry about the floozy, honey. Don't, you know what? Don't even trouble yourself about it. Don't worry about what she looked like, what she act like, or anything, because one thing I can guarantee you is that Even regardless of the groups I'm talking to, whether if you're the jealous group or the non-jealous group, 9 times out of 10, the woman that he's with is jealous of you. So what does that say about you? That you are not the bad things that your ex-husband or your lovers or your ex-boyfriends said about you. That's who they wanted you to be in a lot of cases. You understand what I'm saying? Who he wanted you to be. But a lot of times, my sisters, I gotta say, the lies that they called you, well, that's the type of hoe they end up with, whether married or single. Okay? So with that said, God bless you all until next time, my sisters. I will see you at the next conference. Bye-bye.